G'day everyone and welcome to BMA703 Entrepreneurship. My name is Dr. Stuart Crispin and I'm the unit coordinator for this subject in semester 2 of 2017. I'd like to begin by just taking this opportunity of welcoming you to the unit. I believe that entrepreneurship is a very important area of study in business. I think that if we look at the way markets are growing and developing, then entrepreneurship is going to be a real key to future economic development, particularly in countries like Australia, where we have a very mature, developed economy. As we move into the next stage of economic development, I think it's going to be really critical for people in the business community to have some exposure to the principle and concept of entrepreneurship. So I hope you do find this to be an interesting and engaging unit. I certainly hope that we'll have some rich discussions during the course of the semester about the process and concept of entrepreneurship. So I'll just start by telling you a little bit about me. I'm currently the Associate Dean Learning and Teaching for the Tasmanian School of Business and Economics, and I'm coordinating this unit. It's the first time I've actually coordinating this unit in semester 2 this year. I have taught previously in the areas of undergraduate entrepreneurship, strategic management and marketing, and so I'm very interested in the interface between entrepreneurial behaviour and things like marketing and business strategy. So my career, I started off, my first major career was in retail. Like a lot of Australians, I started off working part-time at Coles. Started off as just basically on the shop floor, moved into more senior roles within the organisation, and my final job at Coles was working on the area of store layout and design. So thinking how we can design the retail experience so that it has the maximum possible impact on the customer's shopping behaviour. After finishing up that career, I came back to university, and my initial area of research was in strategy, small business, particularly in the tourism and hospitality sector. And so you'll hear me talk a lot about the entrepreneurial behaviours of firms such as hotels, tourism businesses, and how they might actually develop and grow in the future. My more recent research is focused on the area of innovation and entrepreneurship within value chains. So the chain of supply that occurs within the agricultural sector, and looking at where value is actually created and lost within that value chain. And during the course of this semester, I'll also talk a little bit about entrepreneurial behaviour in that sort of agri-foods, agribusiness sector, because I actually think it's actually quite a dynamic area, and I've been quite surprised by the volume of entrepreneurial and innovative behaviour that occurs within those types of firms. As I said, I teach in a whole range of different areas in business, mainly focused around marketing, strategy and entrepreneurship, and so I'm trying to bring those sorts of discussions to the table through this particular unit. But it is the first time I've taught the postgraduate version of entrepreneurship, and I've only recently picked this unit up. Formally this unit was delivered by Associate Professor Mark Dibben, who has an extensive research background in the area of trust in entrepreneurial networks. So let me tell you a little bit about the unit and how the unit's going to function. This unit is not really an applied entrepreneurial unit. So it's not really designed to give you direct skills that will be useful in running a business, running an entrepreneurial business. Now certainly we're going to talk about the process of entrepreneurship and the role of innovation within organisations, but we're really not here to make you an entrepreneur. Some of you might engage in that entrepreneurial behaviour, but it's not the focus of the unit. This unit has very much been put together as a sort of theoretically driven unit, which is designed to expose you to some of the theories and concepts that sit behind the idea of entrepreneurship. Now the reason that the unit is like this is that most of you are picking this up as part of a master's program, so whether it's an MBA or a Master of International Business. And as such, you're already working at a senior managerial level within the organisation. So we're really not trying to talk to an audience that's about starting a new business venture. You might engage in corporate entrepreneurship within the organisation, but I think as middle level and senior managers within organisations, it's probably more important for you to understand the opportunities that entrepreneurship represents for your organisation and how as a manager you can sort of direct and fund investments in those entrepreneurial behaviours. So again, it's very much a unit that's focused on the theory of entrepreneurship rather than the application of entrepreneurial behaviour. So how will the content and the material in this course be delivered? So the unit is being delivered in both an attending or a face-to-face mode and a distance mode, but the unit has been designed to be delivered in a blended format. So a blended format means that the lecture content for the unit is pre-recorded and will be made available to you through Milo each week. So each week on Thursday morning you'll be able to go into the Milo site and you'll be able to access the relevant lecture content for that particular week. So that will represent some videos that I might have recorded, some readings that you'll need to do, and also in addition to that some open content that I'll access from different sources around the world. So each week, Thursday, you go in, you access that content. We then have, for the face-to-face or attending students, we have a series of face-to-face workshops on Thursday evenings between 5 and 7 p.m. Those workshops don't start until week 2 of semester, okay, so there's no workshop this week. The workshops do not start until week 2 of semester. So next week in the face-to-face workshop, we'll be talking about the content that we've talked about this week in the lecture. Similarly, for those of you who are studying by distance, there will be an online workshop for this unit, and the online workshop will be between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. on a Thursday evening, so it'll come directly after the face-to-face session. So those online workshops will be delivered through the web conferencing platform that's embedded within the Milo site, and I'll be sending an email out to distance students over the weekend just to tell you how you access those workshops and what you need to do to participate. Again, a key part of learning in this unit is going to be attendance and participation at those classes. Really, we'll learn a lot about entrepreneurship by engaging in a dialogue and a discussion between each other about entrepreneurial behaviour. So, as you can see on the screen here, I've got a copy of the Milo site open for the unit. The Milo page is like our virtual classroom, and it's a really critical resource in the learning process for this unit. So I would encourage all of you to go into Milo regularly and to check and look at the content that's available here. I think it's very important that you do that at least twice a week, and that information will be updated, and there'll be things there that you can actually access about the unit regularly. One of the most important things you need to do in the first week is to download the unit outline and familiarise yourself with that outline. Now, the unit outline is like the learning contract between you as the student and us as the educators. And so it tells you important information about things like the textbook, the structure of the unit and the content and topic that we'll be looking at each week in the unit. And in addition, it tells you about assessment. And assessment is a very important part of learning in units such as this. So this unit has 3 assessment tasks. There's 2 internal pieces and a final exam. The 2 internal pieces of assessment in this unit are essays. Now remember, I said in the introduction that this is a theoretical unit about entrepreneurship, it's not an applied unit about entrepreneurship. And so as a result, we're using a relevant assessment tool, the essay, to assess your understanding of entrepreneurial theory. So the 2 essays, the first essay really looks at the concept of entrepreneurship and innovation in the context of Australia, and gets you to think a little bit about some of the challenges and opportunities that Australian businesses might face in engaging in entrepreneurial behaviour. One of the things that are quite positive at the moment is the federal government is investing in what it's calling the innovation agenda, and so it's spending quite a lot of time investing in the science, technology, engineering and manufacturing and mathematics sectors, and trying to encourage people to innovate in those areas. The second essay looks at the issue of business startup and some of the challenges that an individual or an organisation might face in starting a new business venture. And so again, in this essay, we'll sort of get you to think about some of the key issues that might be occurring when you try and start that type of business. Now, there's some details about those assessment tasks already available on Milo, and I'd encourage you to go and have a look at those. But I will be talking more about those in coming weeks. So again, make sure you check Milo regularly to get that information. The final piece of assessment in the unit is the exam, and the exam will be held during the exam period at the end of the semester. So apart from that, I'd like to again take the opportunity to welcome you to the unit. As I said, I hope you really do find this to be an interesting and engaging unit of study. If you do have any questions at any time, please feel free to send me an email. I'll try and respond to your emails within 3 working days. Another important way you can communicate in this unit is to use the discussion board in Milo. There's a section there called Ask the Class, and if you go there, you can post any questions you might have, and others in the class may be able to answer that question for you. If not, I'll go on regularly and check it myself. Apart from that, all the best for the course. I really look forward to getting to meet you over the next couple of weeks, and look, I hope you really enjoy this unit of study. All the best, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.